this computer. Eala Hawaiian Cultural Center is humbled to present Nahoku Hano Hano Award-winning artist Kumu Olelo Hawaii, product of Hawaii and catalyst for bridging cultures, Kamakakēhau Fernandez. Brother, how are you doing today?
Uy, aloha kako, aloha kakahiaka mai Hawaii mai. Good morning. I'm doing well. I'm here exercising and at the top of Coco Head, actually.
Beautiful.
So I must be doing okay.
Yes. So what are you doing nowadays?
Keia maula these days is a little bit of everything. Just really taking care of health, eating, also teaching, Olelo Hawaii. Okay, hold on. Kalamai. Yeah, there's a lot. I'm still performing, fortunately, at different restaurant locations and such. So grateful for that. Yeah.
Mahalo. So you said you're going on with teaching Olelo Hawaii. What a beautiful way to focus on the fact that this month is Olelo Hawaii month or Hawaiian language month. And so I'm so glad to be able to talk with you about Hawaiian language and, you know, cultures in general. So if you can share with everyone your Olelo Hawaii journey. So like from beginning to, you know, current day, what are you, you know, where has your journey led you in Hawaiian language?
Well, my story really begins when I was 6 weeks old. I was hanai, or adopted, from Little Rock, Arkansas. And hanai is a Hawaiian word for adoption. And so, you know, my parents, both of them who come from Hawaii, have just embraced me in Hawaii's culture through aloha. And then being that my mother's siblings were students of Kaiapuni, which is the Hawaiian language immersion school on Maui, we were all enrolled in the Hawaiian language immersion school. Hawaiian. Yeah. And it was my mom, you know, this was during the Renaissance, where not, you know, they were really trying to find a location, you know. We tried to open up several immersion, just strictly immersion schools, but that didn't work out until later down the line. So nonetheless, you know, not being Hawaiian allowed me, or having to be Hawaiian allowed me the opportunity to be enrolled in Hawaiian language schooling. Yeah.
Oh, beautiful story. Now from Haumana to Kumu, tell us a little bit about what you're doing in teaching Olelo Hawaii in Hawaii.
Sure. So, you know, it actually becomes a kuleana. For me, it becomes a responsibility, and as far as perpetuating the language of Hawaii. And even though, you know, we live in the United States, you know, we're considered to be in the United States, you know, the culture still thrives here. So we have many, many schools. And I was a kumu at Punana Leo, Kamakakhaus, Samuel Kamakakhaus, which are both charter schools. And so that's where it started. And then because music had become a big part of my life, you know, whether I'm traveling overseas, language is always being shared through my mele, through the stories. And then on my downtime, I you know, try and think of other ways that I can contribute to Hawaii's people. And what makes me feel comfortable and honorable to my surroundings. Yeah. Yeah, Coco had gun range, kalamai. But anyway.
I'm just so glad that you're sharing on top of Coco Head, because it's not every day that we get a chance to see Coco Head in all its splendor, yeah? So mahalo for sharing Coco Head with us, because otherwise we wouldn't even have the opportunity to see it in, you know, kakahiaka. In this morning for you, it's morning, right? And it's like afternoon for us. So, you know, mahalo nui for sharing Coco Head with us with all its splendor. Now you did mention that your journey with Olelo Hawaii with Hawaiian language started when you were just a little, a baby, ya Pepe. So with that, like, how has there been a struggle, or has there been, for you, were you able to um, learn the language quite simply, especially with the support of your ohana? Like, was your journey a simple one, or was it complex?
Yeah, going through the process of learning the language itself was not an issue. Learning Hawaiian language, but once we transitioned to intermediate and high school, we had to take different classes. We had to take English, and so that's where it became a little bit more challenging, because Hawaiian language for me is my first language, and so it was a little challenging in a sense to transition to the Ao Pelikania, the English courses and such. But it takes a village. The ohana is and always has been supportive through the process, and do what they can with what they know. Yeah, well,
Hi. So for those who are looking to start their journey, right? For those who are interested in jumping on that va'a and hoi, all the way through, what kinds of encouraging words you can, or statements that you can provide for those who are looking to start their Olelo Hawaii journey?
My encouragement is, to, if you have that i'ini, or you have the desire to want to learn, to listen to your na'au. That's really where it all begins. It's listening to your na'au, and whether you have the koko or not, the Hawaiian blood or not, I feel like it is a great thing to learn other languages, because then you build a better respect for different cultures, and you have a more broader understanding of these cultures and how they communicate. So and then that's, I kind of consider myself that bridge. We're in Hawaii. This is Olelo Hawaii month, but it's also African American History Month, and so I'm using it to the best of my abilities to teach, and not only that, but to bring people together. And I think for those that are looking to embark on this journey of culture, will be the best, and take your time. Take your time. Don't be discouraged if you cannot get one word right away. Now, it's like anything in life. Yeah, it takes time. Yeah.
Mahalo. Those are
And holomua.
Hi.
Holomua.
Holomua, for sure. Such a beautiful time spent with you today, brother. I'm very excited and happy just to be a part of your journey, to be able to be where you are right now at Cocoa Head, but to share this time and space with you today, for us to share this information with folks online. So mahalo nui for spending time with us today. We really appreciate all the efforts that you're doing sharing aloha. You have a variety of social media handles. What are those? Can you please share that with everyone so that they don't miss out on your awesomeness?
Mahalo nui lei for reaching out to me and including me in this pahana, or this project, and bringing people together. So mahalo to you. And so KKF_music is my Instagram. You probably can still follow me on Facebook, although I don't know that I can really accept anymore. For it's piha, but just go ahead and try. You never know, because I'll go ahead and you click the accept as the time goes by. But that's just simply at Kamakakēhau Fernandez. Twitter is at Kanilele. Yeah.
Well, we will be posting these on this current issue when we do post it out. So information will be provided for all of your social media handles. But from our ohana here on the East Coast to you and your ohana there in Hawaii, we mahalo you on this beautiful day. And thank you so much for sharing this time with us, brother. Mahalo nui.
Mahalo nui puia oi. Aloha.
Aloha.